What's up, guys? Welcome back to virtual reality, to the VR and AR weekly news. So let's see what we have here. So the first news comes from Germany. The German railroad uses virtual reality. Very interesting. Thanks to Markus for this news. Then Oculus Quest has the new update version 12 with hand tracking and other stuff. Then the big topic this week, Boneworks, of course. Then Oculus connects your Facebook account and is collecting your data. Google has a new augmented reality API. Beat Saber has a 360 mode and Pavlov VR for the Quest is delayed. Then, of course, the newest releases and sales this week. My name is VoodooDE. You can find everything about VR and AR on this channel. Thanks to my sponsors, Woodghost VR, Opperman Events, Cyronics, Anil Felser VR Ambassador and Alpha Blend Interactive. Let's have some fun with the weekly news and let's go!
VoodooDE.
Okay, thanks for Markus for this news here. This is a German news, very interesting. So there's a railway company that's called Deutsche Bahn. I don't know if you know that. And the people that learn their job there, they use virtual reality to train the stuff with the trains. So they stick together the wagons and remove them again, and then they insert cables for the braking system, for example. And this is what they train in Fulda. This is a town in Germany, and they built a training center there, and the people can use it to learn their job. That's really interesting, and they plan to build 14 additional training centers for virtual reality training. This is great. So Oculus is rolling out the update version 12 for the Oculus Quest, and that means hand tracking in the first line. So I already tried that. It's pretty good, but it's not perfect. You can only use it to navigate through the menus, but if you get your hands closer to each other, the tracking disappears. So it's only a little glimpse in what can be possible in the future. And also there is voice commands now. So you can say launch browser or something like that. This is really cool. And the next one is that now AMD graphic cards are supported by Oculus Link. And this is cool because normally there could only be an NVIDIA graphics card, but now you can use one of these series here, 400, 500, 5000 and Vega. And this is really cool. I really love that Oculus is pushing out so many updates for the Quest, but I do not love that Oculus doesn't care about the Rift S anymore. So why is the hand tracking not coming for the Rift S? I don't understand that. I really hope they do not abandon the Oculus Rift S and they push the update there as well. We will see. The topic of the week, Boneworks, guys. Boneworks is finally out and so many people played it. I think there was like in 3 days 200,000 sales of the sold units of the game, and that's great. And there are still people that say nobody's interested in virtual reality. What the heck is wrong with these people? I mean, all the headsets are sold out. VR games are on first place on Steam. So why this is enough proof. Virtual reality is awesome and it's going to be mainstream now. And who else is telling me something different lies. That's fact. So everybody's talking about virtual reality, even the haters. And yeah, Boneworks is a physics demonstration, I would say. It's not a full game with story, but I told you that a month ago when the game was announced. I said, do not hype it too much. But people hyped it too much, and now some people are disappointed because it's only a physics game. But I expected exactly that, and I love the game because I love playing around with physics, And this is so great what you can do. But it's not perfect. You really need to have a strong stomach. It causes motion sickness, unfortunately. They could have resolved that with different methods, but they didn't. But yeah, I think Boneworks is definitely worth a try, especially when you have the Valve Index with the index controllers, or the Oculus Quest, or the Oculus Rift S, or the old Oculus Rift, because the touch controllers are really, really good. It's not so much fun with the Vive controllers or the Windows Mixed Reality controllers or the Vive Cosmos controllers, because yeah, the buttons are not perfect for this game. You can play it, but it's not perfect. Yeah, Boneworks, guys. So, as it seems, Facebook gets even closer to Oculus, and they have some cool new features now, like chat and messaging, auto-joining friends, events and parties, photo, video and live stream sharing on Facebook. But you need, of course, to connect your Facebook account to your Oculus account. That seems cool when you love Facebook, but many people hate Facebook. So yeah, you should consider not to connect it then, because when you connect it, then they say that they will use your personal data to advertise stuff to you that fits to you. And yeah, that's not so good, right? I mean, of course, data is collected everywhere. We are used to that. We should be used to that. But yeah, if you want to use that, you know what happens. Google has a new API for AR Core for augmented reality, and that means that you can create depth maps. The English is hard. To scan your room. Look at this. This is your living room, and it creates this map. And then you can see really cool stuff like occluding objects. Look at this virtual cat or stuff, and look at this. This object is behind your real furniture, because the system knows the items in your apartment. That's awesome. That's awesome. I know many people say, oh, this augmented reality on this small smartphone, it's so bad to look on this display. I know that's true, but I really hope there will be a good augmented reality headset in the future that has really big field of view and is very light. Yeah, we will see. So finally, the 360 mode of Beat Saber is out, and you can play it now on the Quest and all PC headsets. Unfortunately, not on the PlayStation VR, because behind your back the tracking doesn't work because of the camera. But on the PlayStation VR you can play 90-degree levels that are also very cool. So I played this 360 mode, and holy moly, that is crazy. So the people that can play Expert Plus without problems, try Expert Plus on 360 mode. Holy moly, this is crazy. I think 2 arms are not enough. I think you have to attach two additional controllers on your feet to do that. I don't know, it's crazy, but it's so much fun. So if you don't get the update on the Oculus Quest, it could perhaps mean that you have pushed some custom songs or custom mods to your Beat Saber via SideQuest or ADB or whatever. And that means you have to deinstall all that stuff, also Beat Saber, and then reinstall it from the official store. Then you will have the newest version with 360 degree. So Pavlov is delayed on the Oculus Quest in early 2020, but there will be a sideload version on December 19th, so you can play it on your Quest. But yeah, I don't know if that's full functionality. They renamed the Pavlov Lite to Pavlov Shack on the Oculus Quest, and I don't know if everybody knows that the Quest version will be for free. And that's awesome, because we know the PC version costs money, and yeah, it's great. It's Very good. And they say they used the time to implement some custom servers and maps to Pavlov Shack, and I'm really looking forward to play this game. HalfLife Alyx news, very interesting. So The Verge had an interview with Robin Walker, that's a programmer of Valve, and he answered some questions. So he first wanted to know if the trailer is fake, but he said no, that's actually gameplay, but they only smoothed the head movement of the player that played that. Really interesting. Then he asked, is there multiplayer? No, there is officially no multiplayer, and they don't even plan that. But we know that Half-Life Alyx will support mods, and I'm pretty sure there will somebody that inserts a multiplayer mod there. Also, we know that it's very, very likely that the next Valve game will be, yeah, you know, Left 4 Dead VR, and there we can play multiplayer. That's awesome. Then he asked if the game is linear or it has open world. Yes, it's linear, like all the other Half-Life games as well. The environments are handcrafted and stuff, and I like that, to be honest, because you look at all these open world games. I mean, I love open world games as well, but there are some silly, stupid tasks, collect that and stuff, and you have to find some items on the map, but this is good. This is straightforward action. Then they ask if we can manipulate our guns with different parts or stuff. Yes, that will be possible, but there are also ways to automate that. So if you have problems with your hands and stuff, your automation, your limited motor capabilities, as they say here, you have the option to only push one button to reload that if you like. But of course, it's more realistic and more fun if you use the index controllers to really pull the slider back, pull out the magazine, unlock the weapon, and all these steps. That will be possible as well. Then they ask about the play space. How many play space? How much? They don't limit anything. So you can play it in a big hall, you can play it seated, you can play it standing. You don't need much space for the game. That's good. And they say, how long are the sessions that you can play the game? So actually the people that try it now, I'm very jealous. I want to try that as well. But they play the game from 2 to 3 hours. And that's awesome before they go to bathroom or stuff. 2 to 3 hours. That's a long time in virtual reality. And the last question was, can we save the game anywhere? Yes! Woo! That's possible. And I really love it to save everywhere, because like in Boneworks, if you die, you have to run all the way back. They will improve that. But for now, this is really sad. And yeah, in Half-Life, you can save anywhere. That's awesome. And then another news that is really cool. Half-Life Alyx will be released in March 2020 only for PC first. But Valve said, Greg Coomer, the designer, said that they love the PlayStation VR. They know that's a good platform, and they say that it will perhaps come to the PlayStation VR in the future. And I think it will. So because there are a lot of PlayStation VRs, and the success is already now. There's a lot of sold copies already from Half-Life Alyx, and I think they will push it on the PlayStation VR or perhaps on the PlayStation VR 2. That's awesome. So there were the Game Awards, and the best virtual reality game is Beat Saber again. Holy moly! I mean, it's awesome. I love Beat Saber, and they are doing good work and stuff. But to be honest, but when I look from outside as one who doesn't care about virtual reality, then I would think, why on earth is there still Beat Saber the best game? Is there not any more game coming out for virtual reality? Only this casual game? That's what I would think when I wouldn't care about virtual reality. And this is not good. So I would love that there would be an innovative game like Boneworks. Why is not Boneworks the VR game of the year? Or Stormland or Asgard's Wrath? That would be much better. So these were the nominees: Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, Beat Saber, No Man's Sky, and Trover Saves the Universe. So this Beat Saber would not be my choice. I mean, I love Beat Saber, also the 360 mode, but then there needs to be a new game as best virtual reality game. However, I want to know from everybody of you now, write it in the comments below, what is your favorite virtual reality game 2019? Please write it in the comments now. So let's talk about the new releases this week. Let's start with Steam VR. Layers of Fear is a virtual reality horror adventure, a really cool one, but I don't like the controls. Then Boneworks, of course. We talked about that. It's a physical experimental game. It's awesome. Play it with the touch controllers or index controllers. Then Disco Destruction is a rhythm game where you have to move with the crowd. Then Room Escape is a horror escape room game. Reframe is a virtual reality puzzle adventure where you have to reach the level, exit. Paranormal Detective Escape from the 80s. Yes, this is a retro escape room game. Awesome. Budget Cuts 2. Yeah, I already showed that to you. It has some bugs, but it's really interesting. It's a stealth adventure. Touring Cards is a kart simulator like Mario Kart. Fun racer, I would say. I showed it on my channel. It's cool. Rhythm Knights, yeah, it's a rhythm game like Beat Saber, where you have to hit the rhythms and you can also use your own music. Death Gasp is a VR horror survival game that takes place in hell. Looks promising. Oh Shape, I already played that. You have to stand with your character like the shape that comes in front of you. Crazy. And then we have the Station VR. So this is a game that was available for non-VR and now we can play it in VR. It's a space adventure game. And let's go to the Quest platform, Where Thoughts Go. This is a very intimate game, I would say, where you talk your thoughts into your headset and then it appears as bubble for other players and they can also listen to it. Affected Domainer is a horror adventure for the Oculus Quest. That's really good. Vacation Simulator. This is a good game for beginners. A totally fun game. You can cook, you can throw a water ball and stuff. Really cool. Path of the Warrior is a beat 'em up, a fighting game that was just released. To be honest, I don't like this kind of games. Absolutely not. But yeah, if you like that, just to hit some people in the face, then just go for it. Then we have the Oculus platform. There's also Layers of Fear VR. Then Synthesis Universe. This is a episode where some more episodes of sequences with music. Very interesting. You can watch it in VR. Also Budget Cuts 2 here. And Hello Puppets is a horror puppet show. That sounds interesting. Perhaps I will try that. Then also Path of the Warrior. And then on the PlayStation VR, we have now Sky Jumping Pro. And I already tried that directly at the office of the developers. And that was pretty cool, to be honest. So we can jump with the move controllers and then lean our body and then land. And yeah, we have high score lists and real sky jumping areas. That's awesome. And then we have Hatsune Miku VR. That's a manga dancing game. This is nothing for me, to be honest. Yeah, that were the releases this week. Okay, let's check out the sales this week. There are not so many sales. On Steam VR, we have Form. This is a really good puzzle game. It's 60% off. Then we have Zomday. This is a zombie shooter with pretty good graphics. It's 50% off. Then on the Oculus platform, we have Shadow Legends. This is a really good role-playing game with fighting and cool environments. It's 40% off. Sacred is a bow and arrow game, really good, and 50% off. Then the brand new Layers of Fear, you can at least have it now for 10% off. And on the PlayStation platform, we have Ghost Giant, a cool adventure, for 30% off. Then the best virtual reality adventure on the PlayStation VR, in my opinion, Deracine, is 66% off. You should buy it. Then Firewall Zero Hour, the best shooter on the PlayStation VR, is 56% off. Then Until Dawn is a horror roller coaster, really horror, it's awesome, 60% off, and Resident Evil is at least 25% off. Yeah, that were the sales and the weekly news this week. I hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up and see you next time in virtual reality, guys. See ya.
VoodooDE,